what's finna end. Thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you forever locked in with your boy Stories with V. At this time, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you new to the platform, welcome. Y'all know the motto by now, man. Kick back, relax. I got the rest of the show. AV Mob, let's get them, let's get them. Let's go. What's up, Mob? We back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V Story Time, episode 27. Let's dive into it, man. See the playing field, we in the middle of that dog alley, man. Police cars surrounding us now. Today's story, man, is the rise and fall of a man named King Murder. So, Murder, man, growing up around the way, was a young hustler, and I'm talking about Shorty was a flat foot type guy. Now, the difference between a flat foot and a growing two type of hustler is you got guys that got the gift of gab that can sell anything, and this was the type of guy that Murder was. I'm talking about Shorty was the type of dude in middle school. He was selling candy, then he graduated into the grass, then he graduated into the hardcore, the C, the smack, so forth and so on. So now, I'm talking about he jumped into the game around probably like 6, 7 years old, and he just ripping and running errands for the older guys on the block. Now, unlike the other stories that we told, he didn't really come from a bloodline full of hustlers. So, like I told y'all yesterday, it's always that one person that put the family on the map. It's always that one person that really, start the legacy of whatever's going to be built. So now, when Shorty jumped off into the porch for real, he linked in with some made men around the way. He ripping and running. He doing his 1-2. He ends up growing through the ranks. So now, like I told y'all, he been in the game since he was about 7 years old. So about 7 years go by, he 14. By the time he 14, I'm talking about he one of the top soldiers, elite members, outstanding members, head tappers, and he one of the guys that's really, really trusted. Now, what do I mean by trusted? Once you go through the chain of command and you start to grow your rank and you somebody that's trusted, you solidified, you are one of them guys that done paid your dues. You done got locked up for the block. You done stood up for the block. You done been around here your whole life. This is where, these are where your roots are grown from, and this is where your roots are going to grow from. So now, Shorty around there, he ripping and running. He got his own little block. This is the whole neighborhood. Now, his hood probably got like a 9-block radius. So out of them 9 blocks, 9 people run each block. He one of the top men around the way. He got his own block. So now he recruiting his own soldiers. He bringing in his own men. He running his organization the way that he want to run it. So now, by the time he like 14, 15 years old, by the time he's 17, he one of the worst. I'm talking about, man, he one of the most well-known and one of the worst people to deal with when it come to dropping that hammer in the streets, because now he quickly starting to realize, listen, I'm known for getting money. My organization run good. My block run good. But I want to eliminate the problem. Now, mind you, you got dudes that go seeking problems. Then you got some dudes that's looking at it like this, man. If I go ahead and just drop the hammer the first time and let them know I ain't doing no plan, don't even waste your time coming around here, I can eliminate a long line of problems compared to having dudes just lined up waiting to do something to me, and then at any moment, I'm going to have to go ahead and stand up and defend myself. So he was more so looking at it like, I'm going to eliminate a problem before it gets started. So now, Wicked and Wild little situation happened. Some little dudes come around there. They don't like the product. Then you got dudes that play games like that. I could have some A1 work, but my number might not be the number that you try and pay. So now when I give it to you, all right, boom. He end up serving the little dude to work right now. The little dude don't want to pay the number that Shorty charging out the break, but he buy it with the plans of, I'm going to go home. I got some bullshit smack that I'm going to bring back and complain like, no, I don't want this shit, bro. My sale ain't like it, so forth and so on. So now, remember in the last story I told y'all about the dude that was actually selling burn bags. Murder in them, they not selling no burn product. They selling all A1, straight missile, straight rocket. So now, when Shorty come back round the way and he trying to do a refund, Murder like, all right, shit, that's a bet. But like I told you, he's sharp and he's smart. He got a play right there. He say, shit, let me see whatever he bought. He say, give it to me real quick. The dude that bought the product, he handed the Murder. Murder go ahead, give it to the sale. He say, put that shit up in you real quick. Tell me what it's hitting for. Whole time the sale sniff it. He don't do nothing. I'm talking about there's no effect at all. So now he's sitting right there looking like, man, this ain't my motherfucking product whole time. Even to the extent that the sales say, yeah, no, this can't be the shit that you usually be having. I would have been blasted by now. So now him and Murder end up getting into a dispute. Murder come out the hip. Now he don't just flex him for real. He just get to working out on him. Bang, 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 bang. He ends up working him to the ground. Now when he work him to the ground, he got his youngins round the way. He tell all the young boys round there, man, punish him. Whole time they get to doing whatever they want to do to him in the middle of the street. Stomp him out. They beat him, drag him up the street. And y'all already know they ends up stripping him, sending him on his way. So now it's wartime. The little dude that ended up getting everything done to him He go on the other side of town. But now, by this time, Murder already got his organization to the point to where as though it is what it is. He got muscle, he got money, he got hitters, he got lookout, and he even got a second layer of security, meaning I got some dudes that's in different neighborhoods that's back in my play, that's rocking and rolling with me. And if I call them in, don't nobody know who they is. So it's like a blindside hit if I ever make that call to them. So boom, he continued to do his 1-2. Now during this time, he got a little brother that's serving a little 9-month stint in juvenile detention. Whole time he walks his bit down, he come uptown. Now, when he come uptown, he's so eager to get into the game, but whole time Murder looking at it like, nah, man, what the fuck, no, you my little brother. I'm not going to be the one that do that shit. Whole time, like I tell y'all too, you got families that will put you in position. Then you got some family members like, no, you better do that shit on your own. You ain't going to get no work from me because I'm not going to be the one that starts you off with your life of crime. Even though you already done did your little bit. No, the same little niggas you was stealing cars with, you better be able to find some product with them. So boom, he ends up not listening. He go over the other side of town. He ends up robbing the Connect. When he ends up robbing the Connect, the little dude end up in one of them. I ain't gonna lie, they ends up flexing him because the little brother ain't know what he was doing. Whole time robbery gone wrong, shorty ends up passing away. But now, of course, Murder gotta stand up for that. So whole time he rallied the troops. It's an ongoing war, and I'm talking about it's one of the bloodiest wars that the city ever seen. I'm talking about they posted on these back blocks like this. Time Out is posted on the back blocks doing surveillance, and you got the police that's parked on the top of the block. So boom, now the block is under isolation. You really can't get no money, but at the same time, Murder don't even know that the feds is building a case on him at the same time as well. Whole time the feds go ahead and let them maneuver for another 6 to 7 months. They ends up dropping the indictment. Now, when they drop the indictment, they probably rally up probably like 23 men. They probably had like a 23-man indictment. Out of the 23, 22 stood tall. Nobody told. It was one person in the crew, and it was the dude that Murder put in the game, all on the strength of, I know somebody that used to deal with your sister. So just the fact that my homeboy was in love with your sister, and that's your sister, you her little brother, Murder put him in the game. He ends up not being able to hold up in that interrogation room. They start yelling out them football numbers. He ends up telling, they ends up raiding 6 of Murder trap spots, and they raid his main home. They probably find like 1.5 in cash, 1.5 million in cash. Throughout all the trap houses, I believe they seized like 6 to 7 bricks of straight coke, probably 4 or 5 bricks of uncut heroin. Then they had the firearms as well, mixed with a couple of street bills. It was a wicked and wild raid. So now when they hit Murder real house and they finally grab him up, they expecting him to be like, shit, man, you facing all this time. You the big man, you know, you the one that's going to pay for it all. He's sitting in the back of that police car, and the one thing he's saying, shit, man, I built a legacy that's going to live on forever. I ain't doing no talking. He ends up going in, don't say a word to them people. He go through trial. They ends up giving him life. He's serving life right now in USP Allenwood. But, wicked and wild situation, man. This is why I tell y'all, Mob, do not get involved in the streets, man, because once you enter inside these alleyways, man, only place that you can end up is right there in that gutter on the back seat of that car. But with that being said, Mob, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you forever locked in with your boy Stories with me. At this time, one more time for me, Mob. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We'll be at 100K in no time from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of y'all, man. Let's get it, let's get it. Sirens, let's go!